Oh, this is beautiful. This is freaking beautiful. Have you people heard of... oh, that's not the Apple event. Oh, there it is. Yeah. This is amazing. Have you heard of the March event? Most of you probably have, because I'm willing to bet that most of you are actually interested in Apple. I know, big freaking deal. Welcome to Icon's Roundup Hour. We do the show every Friday, of course, and I neglected to mention this for many live streams in a row. You can actually ask me whatever question you want me to answer. I have the right to not answer a couple of questions, but for most questions, I'll answer them. So if you want my take on some other things, you're more than welcome to ask. Hello, Tuna. How you doing? But this episode is more of course, the lead story is that the March event is actually a red herring. Yeah, I know. This is like super crazy because we all thought that the March event is coming. We thought that, hey, maybe, we're gonna have the new iPads and the Apple TVs. Hello there, Orhan. Yeah, it might have been a ploy to catch leakers. Yeah, we all thought that the iPads and then the Apple TVs are all coming out. Guess not. For those of you asking about the MacBooks are not coming out until like summer. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. I legit think that this is like a honeypot thing. So you could see probably like many people being let go at Apple, which is crazy. But it's all fake apparently. Wow. Let's take a look, because I remember this Cult of Mac article. Yeah, it might have been an attempt by Cupertino to catch out the people leaking information. You know what's funny about John Prosser? You have read about this, right? He's gonna shave his freaking eyebrows now. he's gonna shave it. Yeah, he's just like he's the one that's like, oh yeah, if it's not happening on March 23rd. I'm gonna shave my eyebrows. And guess who's actually shaving his eyebrows now? It is very... Ooh, that's fun. Yep. Owns up to his mistakes. So, like, yeah, that's what happens when you get too cocky. And, you, basically ignore what's happening. Hello, people! How you doing? Apple leaked today to several of its suspected leakers and tipped off our reporters. It's not clear whether different people were given different dates, which could have further narrowed down. Apparently, we're saying March 30? Let's see. Yeah, some people are like saying, oh no, it's March 30. Let's see. Oh, it's nothing to do with Apple. But anyway, yeah, there's like a couple of March 30th Apple event. Let's see. Yeah, not much Craig content. I don't think he shows up anywhere but WWDC. Yeah, March 23rd and March 30th. But guess what? Today is March 19th. Yeah, it's not recording my entire display. It's only recording a window because I have a lot of private information on here. But yeah, I'm looking at the calendar right now. It's March 19th today. So if we're doing March 30th, yeah, this is truly cursed icon using a Windows computer. But it will probably happen on the 22nd. But I still don't think it's happening. I think it's happening on April because the iPad is only coming out in April. iPad Pro. Yeah. So, might launch in April. The mini LED display. So yeah, they are doing mini LED for this iPad Pro. Yeah, Craig. I wanted to do Craig because I know you guys love Craig, and I want to do more Craig because I love him too. Yeah, definitely. WWDC, definitely. Let's see. Mini LED iPad Pro enters production in April. OLED iPad Air and MacBook Air in 2022. Huh. I don't like OLED. I don't know if you follow my Twitter, which is under this link. This is my Twitter. If you haven't followed my Twitter, I upload a lot of different memes and jokes there too, but it's, Twitter, so you can expect what type of content I'm putting up on there. But I'll put up some extra content that you cannot see on YouTube. So, but I did complain about the OLED burn-in situation. Oh, some of you followed. Thank you very much. But let me just quickly scroll down. Wow, I tweeted a lot over the past couple days. Yeah, but the burn-in situation. There it is. Yeah, there's a bit of burn-in on my OLED iPhone. It is just horrible. I don't know why people are so gung-ho about OLED. It's like, they're the same people, by the way, that like leave their games on for like 7 hours in a row. So like the HUD is on the screen for 7 hours in a row. Yeah, it's burned in. I don't know if you can see it properly. You might want to turn up your brightness to see it properly. But yeah, it's burned in. I didn't even use it that much. Like, I didn't use my iPhone. I'm on my desktop a lot more since, Zoom and then online classes. I'm a college student, so I have to do a lot of online classes on my laptop, both on my gaming PC and, oh, hey, Rev. Rev is a friend of mine. Yeah, my gaming PC and my MacBook. Don't worry, I'm keeping my MacBook no matter what, because really, gaming PC is really just gaming PC. I don't really, and streaming, I don't use it for anything else. Yeah, that's basically, I don't use it for like homework or anything. I use my Mac for homework. But yeah, I don't know why people love the OLED display so much. Oh yeah, right. For those of you who haven't seen the meme video, go check out the Samsung Unpacked event. Should I talk about the Unpacked? I feel like I've only talked about Apple News so far. I might talk about the Unpacked. Let's see, 2021. Oh yeah, with A14X chip and Thunderbolt to arrive as soon as April. Yeah, but like I don't get what's so special about like Thunderbolt. Like I know A14X is gonna be close to the Mac M1. That I know, Mac M1, Intel meme, very, very funny. But Thunderbolt, we already have external display support. We already have USB power delivery. We already have bidirectional USB power input and output. We already have all of that Thunderbolt 4 could do. So I don't know what's the hype about like Thunderbolt 4, besides like better throughput. Yeah, I think the current iPad Pro can drive like dual 4K displays, but it's capped there. So the only real benefit I see like Thunderbolt 4 is like the increased bandwidth, and that's basically it. I don't really see any other special benefit. Also, don't game on a Mac. All right, I've tried for a billion years. I've tried Parallels. I've tried Crossover. I've tried all these apps. It never worked. That's why like I spent a lot of my Apple money on this new gaming laptop that I'm doing this live stream on. All right, it's just not working. If I'm telling you that you cannot game on a Mac, don't game on a Mac. Don't do it. Which includes Thunderbolt port. For those of you who don't know, the current iPad Pro I'm not even like current, like 2018 iPad Pro. There's already Thunderbolt 3, which is basically the USB-C spec, 3.2. Yeah, so it's already Thunderbolt. It has to be Thunderbolt. But yeah, mini LED, which is basically all the benefits of the OLED without the drawbacks of OLED, so you won't burn it in because it's not organic. It's still a display, but what mini LED does is that it powers its own subpixel, kind of like OLED. So it doesn't require its own backlight. Hello, how you do? Hello. I don't know. I might actually do like a special Craig episode. It's like April and May. Like I like to like sandwich memes in between like regular streams. Because regular streams, like, you can like come onto my channel every Friday. You know the time, which is about like I think like 10 a.m. UK time, and I think like 4 a.m. Which begs the question, why is my American friends not sleeping? Rev, you're supposed to be sleeping. You're not supposed to be here. You should be sleeping, dude. You live in California. Like, this is like the wee hours for you. You don't get to like pull the "oh, I'm in New York" thing. Oh, I love that guy. But COVID's keeping us apart. But yeah, iPad Pro. Should we talk about the Samsung Unpacked? I feel like I'll piss off like 3 people on this stream if I talk about Samsung. Do you want to hear my thoughts on the Samsung? Orion says yes. So let's freaking do it. They are solid phones. Not gonna lie. They are solid phones. But you know what makes me even happier? Is that the marketing. They have like fixed so much of the marketing that it's actually like it's kind of cringy, kind of like, oh yeah, like it's what, right? I'm Asian myself, so I can speak on this. But yeah, it like whenever we do things, we try so hard to make it seem like it's Western. We end up overdoing it. All right. They don't seem like it's over. They don't seem like they're overdoing it. It's actually very, very natural because it always sticks out to me. I don't know if it sticks out to you, but like it's like what we think Western culture is like. But yeah, they really fixed it up. But it's very, very. It's a little nauseating, but yeah, it works. They're pretty nice phones. So they didn't overdo the marketing, which I'm happy about. Yeah, but yeah, they're solid phones. What can I say? Yeah, but it's a 30-minute event, which I'm surprised that they actually did a full keynote on that. But yeah, that's about it for the Unpacked. There really isn't a lot to talk about. The marketing is a lot easier on the eyes. It used to be a little bit try hard, but the marketing, they fixed it. Yeah, it's just cringe. Yeah, I don't know. They're trying a little too hard on the fellow kids, but like that's Western advertising too. Yeah. Okay, so let's answer some questions. Yeah, in fact, you can ask me some questions by now, but I'm gonna let the people who asked earlier call dibs. What inspired you to do YouTube, or who rather? There isn't a lot of on one person. I would say like 20 different people. So it would be unfair to like list some of them and then not list others. But I would say like even like how I do YouTube, it's like influenced by like a dozen different people. So it's hard to say. But like just watch a lot of YouTube and you'll basically get the gist of who my muse is. Yeah. I don't know how to use a username. You definitely do. He asked, Icon, would you rather have an iPad Pro with a Magic Keyboard or a M1 MacBook Air? This might come out as scandalous. I might not be one of the best people to advocate for an iPad, because I'm one of those people that thinks that the iPad is just terrible for productivity. There, I said it. It's terrible. It's nowhere close to a laptop replacement. I would much rather use a desktop OS-based system. You want to know why? Because everything is so cramped. It is fundamentally designed for the finger. Right? You cannot... There are some paradigms. For example, like the right-click. Or the right-click here. I don't know if it works. I don't know if you can see it on stream or not. But like right clicks, and then there's like different gestures. It is really not meant to be used as a desktop. They have made a lot of different strides. They've made the cursor nicer. They've made all the apps nicer. But screen real estate is what kills the iPad as a desktop replacement. And for me, I need a desktop. Okay? I do not need a iPad that's trying so hard to become a desktop. And coming from a person that has a Magic Keyboard, I do have a Magic Keyboard. Right? I bought it day one. I was excited for that thing. But again, it is just cramped. I cannot escape the feeling. It's just the vibe, alright? I don't think the UI is very apparent. But when you use it, it is the most cramped feeling thing in the world. Mainly because they try to make it like it's a 15-inch experience, which this is a 15-inch display, on an 11-inch screen. There's a reason why nobody does actual work on an 11-inch screen. They cannot force you to do work on an 11-inch screen, and they shouldn't. I think the only iPad size that they should do it with is the 13-inch iPad Pro, but that also means that, it's also kind of small. But it will also, it will also lock out a lot of iPad users. A lot of iPad users write on the subreddit. So if I go to I think reddit.com/r/iPad, you'll see a lot of people that can actually pull this off, right? This guy has an adapter. This guy has a full setup. Let's see. Yeah, this guy's a Slim Folio Pro, which doesn't have a trackpad. But yeah, just look it up. There we go. There's another trackpad. They call it a setup, but I call it a Nintendo DS, right? If the Nintendo DS is your entire setup, yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. I cannot use this to do all my work. I have to use Affinity Designer. I have to use Photoshop. I have to use Final Cut Pro. I have to use OBS. I have to use a full screen Safari. I cannot use this, right? Maybe if we're casual note taking. I do a lot of note taking when I'm in person for college. I only brought an iPad with me because I used it for note taking. But all of these apps, even Notability, I have on the Mac. I can sync it back. I cannot sit there and do my homework on an iPad. Alright, it's just way too cramped. I can't do it. Yeah. So, yeah, hope that answers your question. iPad is just a bigger iPhone. I disagree. There's a lot of different things that an iPad can do well. For example, the cursor, the Apple Pencil, and just, the way you do screenshots. Have you guys taken screenshots and then try to annotate it and mark it up in the screenshot editor? It's impossible. You cannot draw with that thing. It always moves the trim bar. So yeah, it's just horrible on the iPhone. I cannot do that. Yeah. But yeah, these people are just actual freaking troopers. I still have my Magic Keyboard, even though I never used it. I still have it. I might give it a go next week, and I might make a special video just talking about the Magic Keyboard. Hope you guys are tuned in by then. I'll let you guys know at the Discord. How about that? Hello, Ian. Yeah, fun fact, I used to call myself Ian way back then. It was not a name that suits me. But, when people can rock the name Ian, it's awesome. Nice going, Ian. Yeah. Not a lot of news this week. It's just, it's great. Have you guys seen... Okay, before I go, have you guys seen the new Intel ads? Okay, I'm going to turn it over to you, because I want to hear from you guys. What do you people think about the new Intel ads? How about let's watch one of them? Let's watch one of them.
Tablet, laptop, that's cool. Oh, there's Intel, nice. Okay.
I think I have my audio muted. Let's check OBS on that one. Yeah, I have my desktop audio muted, so they can't claim copyright on this. Jesus Christ. I've never seen the full ad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know if you follow me on twitter.com/iconredesign, you would know that I've dunked a lot on the Intel ads, but I've never seen the actual ad. What do people think? I want to know in the live chat. Type in the live chat. What do you think? They're absolutely cringe. How is it cringe? I want to know. Yeah. Let's see. Oh my god. Twitter comments are just a cesspool. I'm not even entertaining them. Right. It's he converted himself to the dark side. That's the joke I've been hearing a lot. Well, well, he's an actor, so he'll do anything that gives him a paycheck, right? And, you know, it's kind of hard for actors to actually find a job or, like, an acting role. So, like, most actors would just do it without much qualms. I don't think he cares. He's just hired to do it. Like, I'm one of those people that, like, oh, just lay off the Justin Long thing. I don't think that's his fault. But again, it's just, like, it kind of, like, the Mac, like, when it's, like, video editing or, like, photo editing, it beats everything, alright? If you're doing, like, video editing, photo editing, right, you kind of want a game on the side, do what I do, right? Buy a MacBook for the work things, and then buy just a cheap gaming laptop. There's many, many very, very good gaming laptop choices if you want to do some light gaming, right? Very, very good choices. Awesome choices. But if you are serious, if you know your day job, or if you're a college student like me and you're doing design, right? If you're like me, just use a MacBook. They'll require you to get a MacBook anyway, but it's just objectively better at video editing and photo editing. The hardware that you get, sure, you can do that with a PC, but that's more money and more hassle. It's really hard to find that in a laptop form factor. Some of you might say XPS 15. Yeah, but again, the power just really isn't there. But it's the closest thing to a MacBook. If you were to go to a PC, get an XPS. Alright? But if you're like wishy-washy, I don't know, I guess a Mac's fine. Always go for a Mac. Especially if you're like in that industry where you have to like video editing and then photo editing, all that, right? And then doing Photoshop and design work and doing sketch. Buy a Mac, all right? Don't entertain the PC people, all right? Don't entertain wherever they talk about, because PCs, guess what? They can do 2K displays, but it will cost way more than you would if you're doing it on a Mac. And they don't have like P3. There's always something missing with the displays. If the display quality matters to you so much that you actually need to use it, just buy a MacBook. That's my lesson to you. Catalina or Big Sur design, one of you asked. Big Sur. It's way better. I kind of like skeuomorphisms. Catalina is just flat to the max, which I never liked. It's like flat can be done tastefully, but that is just like, it's kind of uncanny valley, and they don't really know what to go for. And it's a waste of a Retina display. Yeah. Yeah, Orhan, yeah, just, again, if you're not gaming, if gaming's like kind of like second, third priority, and you have to edit things, videos, photos, images, all of that, get a Mac. That's my lesson to you, okay? I know this is the Icon Redesign channel where I'm a huge Apple fanboy, but coming from a PC and Mac guy, get a Mac. Oh yeah, right. They quote-unquote leaked the 2021 redesign. This actually looks dope, alright? I don't care what people say. This looks dope. Look at that. Rounded corners, beautiful seamless design if they can ditch the bottom plate. And then have like a seamless iPad-esque design. I would freaking love it. I would freaking love it. Oh, and also, yeah, it's slightly better on the Mac if you're doing multiple displays than PC. I know PC, I've tried multiple displays on both my machines. Mac still does it better. Windows still have a bit of catching up to do, but they're trying really, really hard. But yeah, that looks dope. What do you think of the current design? Ooh, thanks for following me. What do you think of the current design? One UI, I feel like it's a waste of space. I feel like they could do more with the top half. I know they're doing it for the reachability, but if you're looking at One UI, even the 3.1 design, it's still like kind of a waste of space. Like, what's the point? Why don't we just like release like, a square-shaped phone that can fill the display, or just like make the display slightly shorter in height than to just waste that display? I get you can watch videos on that thing. But again, it's just... I love how they consider reachability. I love it. But there's also an argument to be made that you're just wasting one half of the display. Look at this. Yeah. That, like, what's the point, right? Even for, like, OLED. And it's like, oh, you can just turn off the pixels. Like, why have the pixels there at all? That's just like a phone design paradigm issue. That just goes to show, like, there cannot be one device for everything. You cannot expect a perfect video device that is also perfect for interface. You know what I'm saying? You cannot have one device that does all. Current smartphones try really, really hard to do that. But there comes a point where it just falls short. That's what I mean. Yeah. Fluent design is awesome. Fluent design is what I'm using with Windows 10. So here's Fluent design. It's alright. It's a little full of itself, but it's alright. It's pretty cool, especially if you have like the calendar on and you can get to hover over that. So if you like hover on these like UI elements, oh god, almost showed you my beautiful wallpaper. But it's kind of like glassy, kind of all of that. I quite like it. It is a different direction, but they're trying a little bit hard. But they're nice, visually clear, distinctive. Buttons are clearly highlighted, unlike One UI, which I think they still have to work on that. Buttons are very clearly highlighted, and it's clean. So it's very nice. New Apple design language. I actually preferred it when they went back to the heavier fonts. Because if you remember 2015, you remember like, let me show you, right? These are like the thicker San Francisco fonts, which they have done in the fall of 2016. But let me show you the 2015 Apple.com 2015. Let me just show you an image of that. Look at these thin fonts. There is no visual hierarchy to this, right? No visual hierarchy. You know what we do when we use like heavy fonts, right? We emphasize that this is, right? I get to nerd out about design. This is great, right? That this is like a weighted headline thing, right? And this is a thinner font. This is like information that's less important, right? And then you have these blue links that draw your attention because these are links. They want you to click on those, right? They made it clear that these are links, so you know that this is a link, this is a link, this is a link, this is a button, right? Much better. I love it, right? Emphasize, right? And then they used a bit of a faded out gray versus pure white, right? Pure black, faded out gray. Look at 2015. If I make this black, which is the more important thing? If I shrink it down, you can fucking tell me, right? Everything is so thin. Everything is just the thinnest thing ever. It is so bad. I'm legitimately disappointed because of how bad it is. They try to cram this, sorry, I bit my tongue there. This thinner Myriad Set Pro font. The thinnest font. If you look at the Apple Watch page, because that is just atrocious and horrible to look at. Look at this. What's the point of having like a 1 pixel wide font? It is just horrible. It's garbage. The thinnest font ever. Hi people. For those of you just joining us. And it's just terrible. There was a reason why. I don't know if you remember this, but in iOS 7, let me show you that right now. iOS 7, on the beta 1, right? It is just the thinnest font, right? Everything is thin. Let me just find a better example, right? thinnest thing ever, which is fine, right? If you're looking at it, but not as a usability standpoint. But if you go to beta 3 or beta 2, look at this. The fonts are back to thickness. So you can see how this is just unusable and terrible for people who just couldn't read smaller fonts. Part of a user interface is that you have to use it. You have to stare at it every day. And for something that you stare at every day, you better be able to read the thing. That's why I absolutely hated 2015. But if you're asking me like, oh, Icon, what do you think about Apple.com right now, or Apple design in general right now? Much more clear. Weighted fonts, clear buttons, nice weighting, and just, again, they've locked themselves into a thin font. They don't allow themselves to use anything but the thin font. But right now, they're back into the bold, back into at least a regular weight. It doesn't have to be bold. And different types of fonts, including the Apple Card, which uses SF Rounded. This is SF UI display. So, much better. I love it. It is actually one of the best since they thinned everything in 2014. They flattened everything out in 2014. Much better. I don't like bold. Personally, bold I use sparingly. So if I show you my YouTube thing, I made the same mistake as Apple, actually. Let me show you. Right? Kind of like all thin fonts. Right? Which is why I've kind of used the bold fonts every now and then. Kind of mixed it up. Alright? This is important to distinguish between what's important and what's not. So like Samsung Impact, you know, but you know that this is the March 2021 one versus the January. I might actually redo some of these thumbnails. Bold iOS UI. iOS is not really meant for a bold typeface. I use Apple.com because it's very similar to iOS interface. I apologize for that. It's not exactly iOS. But let's go to iCloud.com. Let's go there. This is more iOS interfacey. You see that? It's all thin right now. But let's show you iOS 14. Let's answer the question in full. The bolder fonts, bigger typefaces, right? Everything. Oh, I apologize. Okay. Look at that. They're willing to use bolder fonts, right? So you can see hierarchy. Way better. Just way better from a readability standpoint, even though I don't like the large bars, the 1.5 height bars. They could have done it better. But iOS, usability-wise, from an interface perspective, it looks awesome. Look at that. Bold fonts, and then appropriately colored black, or a bolder, more vibrant color. Bold text options, I can't really find examples online, but again, I don't like bold text. It's out of whack. This is balance. Bold upsets that balance because it forces everything to be bold. It's just the same complaint that I have when the apps were, when Apple.com was all thin. It's the same problem, but it's just bold, right? There's no hierarchy. The thing is, with bold and non-bold, this is medium, and this is thin, but this is medium, is that there is hierarchy. It highlights importance. When you have everything that's bold, even bold text, I've used bold text for a bit. It is bad. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to get to IDK in a bit. Please hang on. Yep, this is what I mean. It's just bad because it's not designed for bold. Right, this is, I think, nope, this is normal. If you look at this is bad. This is really horrible. Super, super horrible. It's not designed for it. Look at that, it's out of whack. This is way better, even though they have a larger display, but iOS is designed to fit that. But it's not really bold because, as you can see, it highlights, look at that, bold, and then less important, medium. But everything here, super bold, less important, bold. But again, as a person, maybe this is like, right, because the text size is now this weight. So I would say it's like alright, but it's not designed for it. If you use it, I won't rub my nose on it because they've tried to incorporate this well. So that's good. iPad OS. Oh boy, I get to talk about iPad OS. Keep your questions coming. I'll only stop when you stop asking questions. It's cramped. It's great for a finger. It's great for hands-on, not a mouse. But otherwise, iPad OS, it's cramped. Maybe I'm using an 11-inch iPad, but think about most iPad users. Most iPad users aren't actually using a 13-inch iPad Pro. No, they're mostly using a 10-inch, right? Something like this, right? Or like a 9-inch. How the hell am I supposed to use it as a computer when all the buttons are so cramped? Right? When all the, right, this is the mini, but let me show you an iPad 10.2 inch. How am I supposed to use this? It even looks cramped. There is supposed to be enough visual spacing, so you can see here, I can demonstrate with a bit of UI elements here on Microsoft Edge, which I think it's a very good browser, now that I've used it for a bit. You can see there's spacing. There's not enough spacing on the iPad. Perpetually not enough spacing. And it's just bad to look at. Bad to use. And add that to like the cramped trackpad situation. It is just not a fun device to work with. And it does not have the app support, which I think is what kills the iPad for me. There's no app support. If they come up with Final Cut, I would do, but look at that. Everything is super, super cramped. I don't know. Yeah, I respect. Yeah, I respect if you could use it, but I would like to commend that they've tried hard to fit everything in there. That is something that's really awesome. But a lot of things on the iPad, it's great for the finger, bad for the mouse, bad for the pointing device. And again, most of these buttons, QuickTime on the Mac or on the desktop, would be on the bottom, and then there's like wide spaces and everything. This is obviously designed for a finger, but they can work it into a desktop UI, which they have kind of succeeded. But personally, I would never use it with a mouse. Yeah, and especially if you need like bold fonts for the iPad, it just looks bad. It looks even more cramped. And again, it is so important for an interface to have breathing room, to have enough space for you to work with. So it works. I've used iPad as a sole computer on campus a lot. I've used it for 2 years. It's just bad. And also, I know they're trying to be whimsical, but this is just... can I talk about how bad... Ew. Ew. I just cannot describe it, but it's ew. Okay? It's ew. Don't do that. It's way too whimsical. But yeah, that's my thoughts on interfaces of all types. Well, I might do a separate in-depth video on my thoughts on interfaces in general. Ew. Just ew. I don't want that. Ew. Super, super bad. Any more questions? If no, I'm going to go have dinner because I've not had lunch yet. I'll go pick up some KFC. I'm very, very hungry right now. If you think oh, Icon's mentioning food, he made me hungry. Guess what? I'm hungrier than you are. I haven't eaten all day. At least you had lunch. Yeah, but I'm glad that you people are enjoying the live streams. It really makes me happy, and I really gotta thank you guys. It is super, super awesome. Tuna, your name makes me want to eat. But yeah, if that's about it. You know what? Next week, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of Apple news next week. So next week is probably going to be all Q&A and all chill time. How about that? It is just the most ugliest thing. It's ugly. It's ugly. I don't know. This is obviously a typeface. This is not something that's written. This is a typeface. Like this one too. Because you can see the C's, they're identical. So it's a typeface. This is so basic. But yeah. Yeah, it's nighttime. 7:21 p.m. You're absolutely right, Tristan. You're absolutely right. I haven't had lunch. I woke up at like 5 p.m. today. And because I made a promise to you guys, I want to do a live stream every single week. So I gotta do a live stream before I can eat. Because I genuinely love talking to you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are super, super awesome. That's for me. Yeah. But it's cool. It's cool, but I just don't like these large, obnoxious... Yeah, it's Turkey. How's Turkey? It's like a nice country to visit, isn't it? I've always wanted to go to like Eastern Europe and maybe the Middle East. It's like I want to go to like every country on Earth. It's awesome. Super awesome. It's cool, yeah. I'll come visit sometime if I can make time. Maybe a year or two in the future when this is all over. You know what I'm talking about. I cannot be demonetized. Yeah, they are super expensive. Like, yeah, they tax it super heavily. Guess what? I don't pay sales tax here in Hong Kong. There's no sales tax on everything. So you have people from mainland China. You have people from neighboring Southeast Asian countries, Indonesia, Malaysia. They all come to Hong Kong to buy Apple products. Kind of like what Brazilians do for the U.S. They come to Florida and they pick up an iPad. Super, super cool. But yeah, I just like to draw you people's attention. Hi, I have YouTube Premium. I don't see any ads. But I would like to draw your attention to my YouTube channel. Again, if I don't upload anything else, that means I'm kind of busy. But every Friday, I would stream, at least. And also, check out our Discord. We still have a Minecraft server. If you guys don't play on the Minecraft server, we're just going to close up shop. But if the Minecraft server is still active, we'll keep it going. Because I'm using someone else's server. I don't want to waste their power. But I do want to draw our attention to all the uploads. All the meme uploads coming very, very soon. I also have, if you boosted me or you donated to my Patreon, you'll get a super special video by the end of this month. I promise, okay? I promise. I apologize I couldn't get to that in time. But I promise that video will be out very, very soon. Okay, I'm a busy student, alright? I apologize, but you will see that video. That's my promise. But, yeah, I have a Discord. Yeah, come in that Discord. Yeah, and then I think you can do cracked or everything. For the Minecraft server. But yeah, check out my new videos, alright? It's, they're fun. I like them. I like all these new videos. Alright? I think, it's some of my best stuff. 10 of you are watching. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not mojang. I'm not gonna throw a fit if you don't play our server with official copy. Yeah, some of my great stuff and some of my edits on the back. Yeah, just go watch them. I'll if you go to my Discord, I will notify you when new uploads come out. I will ping your Discord. That's a promise. That's an icon redesign promise. All right. Watch my videos then, alright? I honestly hope you enjoy because I don't do this for profit even though I monetize my videos. I only want it for lunch money. Yeah. But genuinely, I really don't care how much I make. It's as long as I'm having fun. And I had lots of fun making these videos. So yeah. I know. I'm not going to tell you my earnings, no. No. That's private, but I'm going to say I have more fun making these videos than what I earn. I'm very happy with my earnings. But yeah, go ahead, watch these videos. I spent a lot of time making them, and if you do requests, I might do requests in the future. But yeah, that's about it for this live stream. I know you're all just tuning in. Don't worry, for every single live stream, if you've missed it, right, and then, you know, you jumped in at this moment where I'm ending it, there's always a video on demand, the VOD. Check out my channel for this. YouTube is a little bit weird on that, but if you want to watch this live stream in its entirety from the beginning, you can do so. I will always keep the VODs because I want all of you to watch it. I want all of you to do that. How about that? But yeah, other than that, it's been very, very fun. I'm just going to end this stream here because my stomach is grumbling. Literally, I gotta go for dinner. / lunch, so I don't know, a lunch dinner combo thing. But yeah, it's so fun having you guys over. Thank you, Tuna. Thank you, Orhan. Thank you, IDK. I'm just gonna go for food. Goodbye.